Hey guys, Thrasher here, and we have a new banner and some new updates. Let's talk about it right now. Okay, so there's a lot to go through here, so I'm going to jump right into it. We're going to go up to news, and we are going to start from the bottom and work our way up. They were nice enough to put all the summons in the same spot for us, so we can talk about those last right at the very top. So first thing we need to look at is there's some returning events. They're showing us that we have the Vegeta and the Frieza event. Those are back. If you want to do them, you can. I'm not going to go over them as they've been back. I think this is like the third time that they've come back, maybe the fourth. And then both of these are back. The EX 1, 2, 3, and 4 for the Frieza Scout Battle, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, EX 1, 2, 3, and 4 for Bardock. So if you haven't done those, make sure you do those. If you have a level 1500 or 2000 Bardock and Frieza, make sure to complete those with just that one character to get your 200 Chrono Crystals for both. If you've done it before, then there's nothing really you need to do there. One thing I do recommend is if either of these are close to 7 stars, I do recommend running EX4 on whichever one it is to get more Z medals, so that way you have more Z medals in the future for more of the Goku 1 a day ticket or any type of ticket that's going to happen in the future. It looks like Z medals are going to be pretty valuable in the near future and definitely the far future. So let's talk about this next thing. Part 3, they've added a new part to the story, as you can see right here. Added main story, part 3, book 7. Nothing crazy there. There's no really good drops there. It's worth it to obviously do it to get the Z points to increase your level and things like that. But the experience is pretty average. If you need experience for characters, obviously you would do the bonus battles. And then level caps for the Plains and Wasteland and Training Grounds have been raised to 1,000, which is good because as we get our next level cap increase, which I don't know when that's going to be, but probably sometime around the anniversary, and we'll talk about that a little bit more here in a minute when we get to that. But I'm thinking in the near future we're going to get some type of a level cap increase in the next 1 to 2 months, and you're going to want to be able to use these items more than just that one time to get them to level 300 or level 600. It's useful that you can use them multiple different ways. So then the last thing is change the unlock condition for bonus battle. Before you had to get to book 5 chapter 8 on normal, now you only have to go to book 2 chapter 6, which is nice for any newer players, but for everyone else it doesn't really matter. And then the last thing down here is Hercule was using his It's a Trick, the main ability that was increasing your Key Blast cards up to 99. It was actually doing that for any type of blast art. So it's nice that they fixed that, but it wasn't really happening too often because not too many people are using Hercule. Let's go ahead and back out of here and then scroll back down here. And the next thing we need to look at is Ultra Spacetime number 11, Summon Sparking Character Guaranteed. Okay, so I'm going to cover all the summons at once, but I do want to mention that the rates on the Guaranteed Sparking Summon are different, and we'll talk about that as we do this right here, the Ultra Spacetime Login bonus. Let's go ahead and open this up, and as we see, we're going to scroll through here. We're going to get 14 tickets. Every 7 tickets, you get 1 guaranteed sparking pull. So this time, we're only going to get 2 guaranteed sparking pulls. We don't get the 17 like we used to get, where you get 2 guaranteed sparking pulls and then 3 single pulls. You're just going to get the 2 guaranteeds, and if you miss any of these days that have this ticket, it looks like you're going to miss out on one of your guaranteed sparking. So don't miss out on that. And then down at the very bottom here, the very last day, you're going to get 3 of the 30% sparking chance Masters Pack 2 tickets. So that's okay, kind of nice. There's still 1 or 2 pretty good characters in there. You also get 150 Chrono Crystals. You're going to get some Silver Bells, energy tickets. You're going to get some skip tickets. Outside of that, not anything else super crazy in here, so we can back out. And then the other thing we should talk about before we go any further as we go back down here is the Guaranteed Sparking Summon has different rates than it has in the past. Before, there would be 3 characters. Each would have a 20% chance of being pulled, and then the last 40% would be spread about old characters. It might be lots of old characters, it might be a couple old characters, but regardless, you'd have a 20% chance for each. So that way you'd have a 60% chance that you were going to get a new character. They've changed it. There's only a 16.666 repeating chance that you're going to get a any one of the 3 new characters. So now rather than a 60% chance you're going to get a new character, it's a 50% chance you're going to get a new character. So that's definitely a nerf on that. Just keep that in mind. And let's go on to the next thing here, which is the new addition to the Rising Battle for Broly here. This allows you to get more Z power for the Broly. One thing to keep in mind here is at the very end, he is going to be red, so you're going to want to have a mono blue team to run against him. If you don't have the new blue Gogeta, it's going to be very rough, but from what I've seen, it is pretty doable. I'm not at the last, I think 10, I think I'm only at like 80 or something at this point, so I don't know for sure yet how hard it's going to be yet, but I have seen from other posters on Facebook, on Reddit, on YouTube, that it is doable with a mono blue team, but it's extremely hard. So hopefully you have the Gogeta. Let's go ahead and back out of here and then scroll down a little bit further, and the new PvP season. So let's go ahead and open this up. There's a couple things to take note of here. One, there is a new equipment item. It's for any red character, and it allows you to double down on strike damage, which is obviously very powerful in the current meta. It seems like they're trying to move us into a blast meta, but we're definitely still strike based for the moment, and you can get up to 27.5% increase in strike. Now here's the thing, this is not a universal equipment item, so this isn't an equipment item that you would just always throw on any type of red character to buff their strike damage. This is an item that you would use on a character who is very, very strike based, and for whatever reason you want to really buff up his strike damage for one specific team or one specific opponent that you're fighting. So it's nice to have, and I would say make sure you farm it at least enough to get one good roll, hopefully 2 good rolls, but it's not a universal item that you're going to use on every single red character, so you don't need 3 of them, 4 of them plus, which is nice because obviously we are still very, very short on equipment slots. So let's scroll down here and talk about the other stuff. All this stuff is pretty standard. It's pretty much the same as it was last season. You're going to get 300 chrono crystals just for going through the regular missions. You get some rare medals if you get to the differing ranks. Those amounts haven't changed. You still get your Zenny, you still get your extra adventure slots, and you get your Masters Pack tickets. The one thing that has changed, if we scroll down here, is whoever wins at the end of the season is now going to get a new title in PvP. So they will be Super Spacetime Duel number 23 winner. I assume they'll be doing that from now on. So when Super Spacetime Duel number 24 comes out, there'll be number 24 winner, that title. So hopefully they'll actually spread that out a little bit more. It's cool that you have one winner that gets that title, but it would be nice if top 10,000 or top 5,000 or something got a special title as well. So that way, as you're playing against those people, or you're one of those people playing against someone else, people can see how well you've done in the past outside of just the best player in the game. So let's go ahead and back out of here. And then if we scroll down, we'll see that there's 2 sales here. And I know that I normally skip over the sales because if you want to spend money, spend money. If you don't, don't. But this sale right here is actually a pretty good deal. So let's just go ahead and open this real quick. It's going to give you this pack that's going to give you 1 guaranteed sparking ticket for Ultra Spacetime number 11. It's going to give you 100 skip tickets. It's going to give you a ton of energy, the energy tickets themselves, and then silver bells. And the thing is, it's only $8. So if you are someone who spends money on this game, I'm not advocating for spending money, but if you are someone who spends money, I would say this is a pretty good deal. Now keep in mind, like I said, the rates are not absolutely amazing on this pull, but you do get 1 extra ticket. It's only $8, which averages out, I think, based on normal prices, to about 2/3 of a regular multi, and normally it takes 2 multis on average to get a sparking, so that's a very good deal for a sparking character. I know it's not actually giving you chrono crystals, but it is something to think about, and at the end of this video, I am actually going to pick this pack up, and we're going to see what I get out of it. So let's go ahead and back out of here, and then we are going to talk about the 3 summons. So let's go ahead and close this, and we'll go to the summon area, and let's go through these bottom 2 as quickly as we can, right here and right here. So there is no discount on these, and if you look at both of them, neither of them has more than 1 character that you really want to pull. So this one here, you could say it's 1.5 because you want the Super Saiyan Bardock and you kind of want the Super Gogeta, but the thing is, the Super Gogeta is getting to a point now where his damage is still good, but it's a little lackluster compared to a lot of the top tier characters in the game at this point. And then the Super Saiyan Bardock is good, but he's on Masters Pack 2, so you can get him for free. So I would say this is at best a 2-star Dragon Ball banner, but because there are no discounts, I'm going to rate this as a 1-star Dragon Ball banner. It's pretty much a trap at this point. Don't pull on it. And then this guy down here is essentially a 1-star Dragon Ball banner as well. He has characters that are of a lesser caliber than the ones that we just looked at, and you have the same prices here, so it's just not worth pulling on this. So let's go ahead and talk about the top banner up here. As we stated before, this is an Ultra Spacetime banner that's going to give you guaranteed sparking tickets. These 3 characters are good, especially the Rildo. The thing about the Rildo is he doesn't really have a team at the moment, a very cohesive team, so he's going to be a little bit hard to run, but he is amazing for stopping the Zamasu and the Green Jita and anyone else that has some way to absorb a Rising Rush. But with those guaranteed sparking tickets, I'm going to tell you the same thing I always say. Make sure you use the guaranteed sparking tickets first, and then after you use the guaranteed sparking tickets, if you want to spend 1,000 to 2,000 on this to try for one of these 3 characters, it's an okay idea. Keep in mind, these 3 characters are eventually going to show up in a Masters Pack. So maybe Masters Pack 3, maybe Masters Pack 4, but some point in the future, you will be getting these characters essentially for free. The question is it worth 2,000 crystals to you to get this character a month or 2 early? I don't think they're game breaking. I don't think that they're absolutely going to be a character that you build a team around. So it's okay to spend 2,000, but I probably won't. So with that being said, I'm going to rate this a 2-star Dragon Ball banner, but it's borderline 3-star. Definitely do your dailies, and after you've done your dailies for almost the entire span of this banner, and you've done both of your guaranteed sparking pulls, if you didn't get the character you want, it's okay to spend 1,000 to 2,000 crystals. Now, with that being said, there is one other thing to factor in, and the main reason that I'm calling this a 2-star rather than a 3 is the anniversary is coming up fairly soon. I don't know exactly when, but by my estimation, probably somewhere around the next 4 to 6 weeks, we'll probably be seeing the anniversary. As with every other gacha game, the anniversary banner is probably going to be the most insane banner of the year. Everything we've seen before should pale in comparison. I don't know that for a fact, but that's just looking at the precedent of every other gacha game that I've ever played before and ever seen. The anniversary banner is where you want to spend the majority of your chrono crystals. So at this point, my advice is, unless you absolutely feel like you have to have a character to compete in PvP, I would be saving every chrono crystal outside of your dailies. So do your dailies on all of the banners where you have viable characters that you want to get, but outside of that, I'm going to be saving pretty much everything I can, except for I am going to pick up that $8 pack here in a second. So we'll do a little cut and then we'll jump to that. Okay, so now we've got our ticket, and this also allows me to show off the pull rates that I was talking about before. So if we go to Z Power List, we can see when we go right over here that we are guaranteed a 100% chance to get a sparking character, but it's not the normal 20%, 20%, 20% like you would see on these top 3 characters in all previous guaranteed sparking banners. It's only 16.666%. So you only have a 50% chance of getting one of these 3 instead of a 60%. So hopefully I get one, but let's see what happens. Let's go ahead and back out of here and then single summon it. And then let me know which character you're hoping for when you do actually get your guaranteed sparking ticket, or if you grab it today and have already pulled, let me know what you got. I'm really wondering what everyone is hoping for. Oh, come on. I don't know why I get distracted by this, because I know it's a sparking character, but okay. Instant transmission. All right. Frieza's dead. Give me a winner. Rildo. I want Rildo. I'd love Rildo. Okay, well, that's what happens. Ugh. So, mainly there I just wanted to show you off the pull rates, but I was also hoping to get Rildo. I guess that doesn't hurt me too much. Frieza's still a viable character. And that's pretty much it for this video. If you guys think I missed anything, throw it down below. And if you like this content, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.